Covering music-related content of all genres. If it filters through Eastern Texas, it's fair game. Y'all bring it. From Texarkana down to the coast and Dallas down to Houston and everything in between. We are ETX ROCKS!
Hit the brakes!
Cut!
This is Katie Kennedy, the owner of the Liberty Bell located in historic downtown Nacogdoches. We would like to invite you to come on down for our live music, our extensive menu, including our brunch menu available on the weekends, and excellent service. We're open every day of the week except for Monday. We've got live music every day and drink specials. So we'd love to see you in Nacogdoches. Come on down, tell them Katie sent you.
Hello everyone and welcome to a brand new episode of the ETX ROCKS Show. So I'm sitting out here on my porch in beautiful East Texas on it's like midnight, and so if you hear some crickets and stuff in the background, I apologize for that. It's much quieter than being inside the house with, 3 or 4 dogs, and they could bark at any point. But I wanted to bring you guys this episode this week. This is an episode that our host from the DFW area, Miss Hayley McDaniel, has brought to us. She will be hopefully working on a lot of projects with ETX ROCKS in the future and will be a very frequent host of the ETX ROCKS Show. Of course, she also has her own podcast on the Podbean app called Unsung Heroes, Confessions of a Songwriter. So make sure you check that channel out as well. You can check her out at Unsung Confessions at unsungconfessions.podbean.com. I believe is the address for her podcast page. And she just started a brand new thing over there spotlighting Texas country artists called Texas Country Tuesdays. And she has allowed us to use some of that audio as a host of ETX ROCKS, and we will bring you some of those episodes that she puts out each and every single week. Of course, we also try to trade content from time to time and kind of put stuff out for each of our different listenerships. So I hope you guys enjoy this great episode of the ETX ROCKS Show. This features 2 great country music artists right here from the state of Texas. The first half of this episode is a young man named AJ Guel, who is from El Campos, Texas. And you will hear his one of his songs called Texas by the Grace of God, and he will be featuring a brand new single right here on the ETX ROCKS podcast. Right after him, Hayley will be talking with the Threadbare Jesters right out of Houston, Texas, and they will also be playing an original tune right here on ETX ROCKS. We certainly appreciate you guys for tuning in this week, and we hope you enjoy this great new segment called Texas Country Tuesdays. Here is Hayley McDaniel.
Well, thank you, Boston. I am so excited to host ETX ROCKS and help you guys spread the word and shine a light on so many great artists from not only the Lone Star State, but across this great nation. And hello there, music lovers. This is Hayley talking to you on a special episode of Unsung Heroes, Confessions of a Songwriter. As you guys know, if you've been listening to this podcast, I am a very proud Texan. I love what we're doing as far as the music scene goes with Texas country music, red dirt music. And it's so diverse and so unique that there really does need to be a spotlight shown on these artists who are doing amazing things and making waves in the Texas country music scene. So that's what you're going to get from us every single Tuesday, partnering with ETX ROCKS, my friend Boston Chris down in East Texas. And we're going to bring to you the very best in the rising stars of the genre, as well as some pretty big established names who are making huge waves and shaking things up right here in the Lone Star State. So without further ado, let's get started on our very first guest on Texas Country Tuesday. I had the pleasure of talking with AJ Guel. He gave me so much good info about what he's been up to lately, what his inspirations are. He's actually about to start recording and tracking all these great new songs he's been writing for the past year for a brand new album. And spoiler alert, are you guys ready for this? We have the world premiere. Sorry, had to try some sound effect. We have the world premiere of his new Texas Country radio single that he's sending out to radio within the next week or so, right here at the end of this podcast. The title of the single is called Runaway Tonight. So after you finish listening to the interview and the podcast and you hear the song, be sure to call up all of your favorite Texas country radio stations and streaming sites and request AJ Guel Runaway Tonight. So anywho, let's start the interview. AJ, my man, my brother, how's it going, buddy? I'm so glad that you are here to do our very, very first segment episode of Texas Country Tuesdays. Now, it's no secret that you are a busy, busy man. I mean, I've been watching you. You're playing live shows like crazy. And I've heard that you have been writing nonstop, that you're back in the studio beginning the first process of recording a brand new album, which I'm so excited to hear more about that. But I think I might be getting ahead of myself because I've heard that you've got a new single coming to Texas Country Radio. So tell us a little bit more about that.
First of all, thanks for having me. It's an honor to be here with y'all, and especially on such a new project that I know is going to be great. And I'm glad I'm getting in on the ground floor before y'all are too famous to wave at me in the street anymore. But yeah, no, it's really exciting to see what y'all are doing over there, and I'm really glad to be a part of it and to have my song as the theme song for Texas Country Tuesdays. But yeah, we've been really busy, just getting ready to record this new album. But in the meantime, we're sending out a new single to radio right now. You guys will be the first one to spin it. It's called Runaway Tonight. It features my sister Rachel on harmony vocals, and I brought her into the studio when we were cutting the record, and then she joined the band shortly after that. So it's been really exciting to have her out on the road and at shows and things like that. So I'm pretty excited about this song. I think it's probably my most radio sounding, in quotation marks, song on the record, and I've been waiting to put this one out and really excited about how people are going to react to it, and I really can't wait. So I hope everybody enjoys it, and please call in to request it and see if we can get it up the charts.
Got it. Oh, it's definitely going to be fun to watch this one climb up the charts. So, AJ, I love asking the people that are in the Texas music scene what it was about the genre, the Texas music and red dirt genre, that really just made you decide to dive in. Can you tell us about that?
Well, Texas music, I guess it's always kind of just the mentality of being independent and doing it yourself that I was always drawn to. I remember I didn't really know a lot about the Texas music scene until I moved up to San Marcos, and I was going to school at Texas State, and there was a concert there at the school that this university had put on, and I went. I didn't know who it was. I just know that some of my friends were going, so I wanted to check it out. And I get there, and it's Billy Joe Shaver, who wrote a lot of Waylon's most famous songs, and some young kid was opening for him that was a Texas State student, and it ended up being Randy Rogers, and I was like, oh wow, that guy goes to school here. It's someone that I just see around. If he can do it, I guess anybody can be in this scene, and it's always just really accepting. And I found out about Cheatham Street Warehouse that night and started going there, and that's where I really discovered the Texas music scene, music how they want it. And I think it's really awesome how you can have different subgenres in the genre. You know, you got rockers like William Carr Green, and then more traditional guys like John Wolfe and Cody Johnson, and you know, it's kind of all over the place. And then you got Shiny Ribs that's just mixing it all up. So I think it's really awesome that, you know, everybody does their own thing, and it's such an accepting scene of different types of music, and it's just really awesome, especially if you can get out to see a bunch of live shows and really take in everything that's going on.
You are so right. The uniqueness and the independence and the acceptance of the Texas country scene is second to none. I mean, if you're willing to get out there and work, then you're able to be heard. And the fan base here also are probably the most loyal group of fans, I think, on the earth, but, you know, I'm a little biased. So anyways, back to the interview. Let's see here. I would love to go back about a year to when you were the featured male artist of the month on one of my favorite streaming sites, or internet radio sites, Today's Texas Country. Why don't you tell us a little bit about how that impacted your career?
Yeah, I mean, that was a really big honor for me. It was one of the first things that I had gotten coverage on. You know, as an independent artist, you're constantly trying to get anybody to listen to your music or give you a review on your record or really anything. So whenever I heard about that and started forming a relationship with them, it was just, man, it was awesome for me. You know, I was, you know, wide-eyed and just happy that somebody was listening to the songs, and you know, they enjoyed them enough to put them on their website, which is pretty reputable. So, you know, I can't say thank you enough to them. You know, they definitely helped put me out to a lot more ears than I would have been on my own. So, always grateful to Today's Texas Country. You know, they're doing a lot of great things for the scene and a lot of artists like myself, and it's awesome that there's an organization like that out there that's doing these kind of things for us.
Absolutely. So we've heard about, you know, the recent past and your inspiration for getting started. So let's jump into what's going to happen in the future. Let's talk about this new album. I want to hear all about your writing. As a songwriter myself, you know, I'm always interested in hearing the backstory on what's inspiring this new music that we're going to be hearing. So tell us a little bit more about this new album.
I wrote this first record. You know, they always say you have your whole life to write the first record and then not that much longer to write your second one. But, you know, I think these songs that I've been writing lately, they've kind of, I guess, are more matured, and I've learned how to say what I want to say, I guess, a little bit more eloquently in my songs. And I'm really excited for everybody to hear them. I've been writing a ton of songs. And I guess the hardest part, again, is going to be trying to narrow it down to, you know, 10 or 12 songs to put on the record. But I guess that's a good problem to have. And some of them kind of sound 80s, you know, power ballad, you know, restless heart kind of songs. And, you know, some of them are a little bit more upbeat rockers. And, you know, I've got, you know, the outlaw wailing type of sound, four on the floor thing going. I think it's going to be really similar to my first record as far as the root of the sound being country music. But I definitely want to try to show how I've grown as an artist and maybe experiment a little bit more in the studio since we'll have a little bit more time on this record to do some things that I didn't have enough time to do last time. So I'm really excited. I think it's going to be something that people that already know me are going to think, yeah, that's AJ. And, you know, new people are going to be like, oh, well, that's pretty cool too. So hopefully everybody will enjoy it. And if not, I guess I'll just stack them up in my bedroom and, you know, keep them there.
Well, AJ, I don't think you're going to have that problem, brother. And I wish you the most success. Have so much fun in the studio. You know, just throw it out if you ever wanted to do a little duet or needed some extra harmonies to add with your sister on this new record. You know where to find me. What an awesome time talking with and learning from and hearing from Texas country artist AJ Guel. So without further ado, guys, blast this song as loud as you can. Share it with anybody else who loves Texas country music, because right now I'm bringing you the world premiere of AJ's brand new radio single, Runaway Tonight. And remember, until next week when we post our brand new episode of Today's Texas Country, you can always tune back in on Fridays to hear even more behind-the-scenes coverage of your favorite songwriters. My adventures in Nashville and Austin are coming up for ACL, and a huge writers round and birthday party in downtown Nashville I'll be attending this weekend. So in between these segments of Today's Texas Country, you can learn all kinds of behind-the-scenes fun stuff that's happening right here in the music industry. All right, guys, are you ready for this great song? Presenting Runaway Tonight by AJ Guel, because there's always a song. Bye, y'all. Let's just
Don't go anywhere. Next up on the ETX ROCKS Show, the Threadbare Jesters.
Well, hello there, fellow music lovers. Welcome to another Texas Country Tuesday. I'm your host, Hayley, and you're listening to Unsung Heroes, Confessions of a Songwriter. Got to give a shout out to my main man over in East Texas, Boston Chris from ETX ROCKS. He is going to be partnering with me on quite a few things, it seems like, because, we've got a lot of really cool things in the works, but especially for songwriting and also Texas Country Tuesday interviews. So if you guys haven't already, which you probably have because it's awesome, download his podcast, ETX ROCKS, and you can find that here on the Podbean app. And get ready. He's already got 35, 36 episodes. So if you haven't listened, then you can binge listen and catch up because there's lots of really great stuff. Last week on Texas Country Tuesday, Boston came through with an amazing interview for you guys to hear from the one and only Mo Bandy, Texas Country Songwriter Hall of Famer, Rodeo Hall of Famer. I mean, this guy is a living legend. So thank you so much, Boston, for that wonderful interview. If you guys have not listened to that yet, after this Texas Country Tuesday episode, go ahead and go back and check it out. You guys are going to love it. Now, without further ado, I'd like to tell you about this week's guest. I'm so excited because they are an up-and-coming, very talented group of guys, and they're just getting their feet wet in the Texas country music scene. They've got lots and lots of experience. They're super talented, and they've been playing for quite a while, but they just formed their band, and they've got a great single that they're going to be sharing an acoustic version with us, and I'm just pumped about these guys. So, are you guys ready to know who my guest is this week? Drum roll, please. Texas Country Tuesdays presents the Threadbare Jesters. Now, I was able to kind of talk with the guys and get a little bit of an inside scoop on what makes their band unique to the Texas country scene, and a little bit more about each individual member of the band as well. For instance, really cool, they've got Mike on drums. Now, Mike's experience, his past experience, is actually in hard rock and metal. So you best believe that Mike's going to be bringing the grooves to their EP that they are actually in the process of working on. Kevin is one hell of a bassist, and he also does harmony vocals for Dylan, who is the lead singer, and you guys are going to love his sound. It's just awesome. And pulling it all together is Johnny on lead guitar, and y'all, he can rock it out. So he's got that Texas twang, but, a little bit of, I spy a little bit of Southern rock in Johnny. So I'm excited to hear how everything's going to come together as they put together their very first debut EP. So I got to talk with the guys and ask them who influences their sound and who do they respect in Texas country. And, of course, they named off one of my favorite, and I know you guys love Cross Canadian Ragweed and Cody Canada. And they also listen to Turnpike Troubadours and Whiskey Myers. And they love some old school classic rock like Leonard Skinner, which I can't wait to hear how that influences their production and how they'll utilize Mike on drums, because I think that I just can't wait to see how they're going to tie all of these different things together. They love Americana music and definitely something with a bluesy type edge, so I think we're going to have a lot to get excited about with these guys. Now, y'all know that my first love is a good song lyric. As a writer, that's something I always am looking for, and I'm really excited with what these guys are writing. And you're going to get a taste of that here in just a minute when they play their acoustic version of their song, One of Those Nights Again. So if you're one of my listeners who's lucky enough to be living in the Houston area, then get ready, because you get to see the Threadbare Jesters live on October 22nd at the Firehouse Saloon in Houston. So Houstonites, if you're a Texas country fan, and you should be if you're not, or you wouldn't be listening to this podcast, or maybe you're a newbie, I don't know. Welcome to the scene if you are. Clear your schedule. Go check out the Threadbare Jesters at Firehouse Saloon on October 22nd. I know what the rest of you guys are thinking. If you're not in Houston, you're like, well, Hayley, you're going to show me this awesome up-and-coming Texas country band, and well, are they going to come to my town? Are they going to be in East Texas or Austin or Dallas-Fort Worth? Well, you know what? Get ready. Watch their website, watch their social media, because they are going to be scheduling a lot of shows very, very soon. So don't feel left out, guys. Stay tuned to all of their postings on social media, and you too may be lucky enough to see them live as well in the next few months. So what do y'all think about hearing some brand new Texas country music? I think it's just about that time. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Texas Country Tuesdays. I look forward to posting new things on Friday from my adventures down at Austin City Limits Music Festival. I scored some really cool exclusive interviews and behind-the-scenes type action, so stay tuned for more episodes on the regular podcast of Unsung Heroes Confessions of a Songwriter. Without further ado, take it away, Threadbare Jesters.
Hey, what's up, guys? This is the Threadbare Jesters coming to you from Houston, Texas.
Hey, y'all, this is Johnny. I play lead guitar. We got Kevin over here. Plays bass. Howdy. We got our drummer Mike over here.
Hey, what's going on?
And we got our singer Dylan. He's also plays rhythm guitar.
Yeah, so currently right now we're working on our EP. This will be the first one that we're going to put out, so we hope y'all enjoy it whenever it gets done.
And we're going to do an acoustic version of One of Those Nights again. Y'all be sure to check it out on Facebook.com/Threadbare Jesters, SoundCloud.com/Threadbare Jesters. Be sure to give us a like. Check us out on Instagram.
And thank you, Hayley, for having us on. I should miss you. Never take it all in stride. Don't want to see me. Well, I guess you might be right. See other people. Yeah, that's what you want me to do. But everyone that I meet ends up behind me. It's one of those nights again. Let you under my skin. Was it a song I heard? Facing so dance hard. Just when I think you're gone, baby, here you are. You drive me out of my mind. It's one of those nights again. I shouldn't be here. Lord knows I've been here before. Wrong side of town. Now I'm standing at your door. And I wonder what you're thinking. Well, I guess I've been thinking about it too. Now it's too late to leave. About time to make me through. It's one of those nights again. That you under my skin. Was it a song I heard? Think I saw your call. Just when I think you're gone, baby, here you are. Drive me out of my mind. It's one of those nights again. you on the first time? Was it a song I heard? I think I told you all. Just when I think you're gone, baby, here you are, driving out of my mind. It's one of those nights again. Driving out of my mind. It's one of those nights again.
Man, I love that song. You guys mark my words. Threadbare Jesters out of Houston, Texas. These guys are gonna be awesome, and they're gonna rise so fast. I can just tell that they're eager and they love the genre, and they're about to rock it out. If you liked what you heard tonight out of the Threadbare Jesters from Houston, Texas, be sure to check the comment section of this episode and this podcast, and I will post all of their social media sites so you can be among the first ones to say, I was there at the very beginning before they got huge, right? Yeah, that's what we're here for at Texas Country Tuesdays on Unsung Heroes, Confessions of a Songwriter. Until next time, guys, there's always a song.
Remember, y'all, keep on supporting your local music, and ETX rocks.
We are ETX ROCKS!